Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Pandu wibowo and I have a pronunciation drill task. Okay, part 1. Read all numbers correctly. Fin, feel, fail, find, sniff, half, fill in, finish it, feels fine, 5, 4, form, February, full front, friendly, office, if, sofa, wife, profile, left, laugh, telephone, photograph, beautiful, photographer, comfortable, myself, after, soft, Mr. Puffin, Phillips, difficult, feel, fin, fail, few, leave, half, Vera, Vera, leaving, have, very November, 5, village living, laughing, village laughing, love, folly, driving, lovely, van, lived, leaves, Victor, arrived, we, well, will, west, wet, wine, well, when, wood, everywhere, when, why, sandwiches, wet, where, while, 12, Wendy, when, wet, when, 20, which, where, quiet, what was where, quickly, watch it, word, sweet, walk, away, when, warm, railway, squirrels, wonderful, joke, jack, jam, yes, cheers. Part 2. Read this news. Wellington, New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern said on Monday, November 29, the country will move into a system of living with the COVID-19 virus later this week, despite the new Omicron variant posing the fresh health threat to the world. There were no cases of Omicron variant in New Zealand at this stage, but the developing global situation showed why a cautious approach was needed at the borders. She said, Omicron was a reminder of risks that still exist at our borders, Ardern said at the news conference. New Zealand has some of the toughest border controls in the world and plans to keep borders closed the most international travel for a future 5 months. It's also introduced fresh border measures for travelers from 9 southern African nations on the weekend, announcing that only citizens from this country can travel to New Zealand and will have to stay in the state quarantine for 14 days. Ardern said a lot of evidence still needed to be gathered to know the impact of the Omicron variant. It may impact on our vaccine, but it may not. It may be more severe or it may be more mild than Delta. We simply don't know. Don't know. Arden said. Director General of Health Ashley Bloomfield said authorities were looking at whether more needed to be done at the border to keep Omicron away. It's really just looking to keep it Omicron out while when learn more about it. Bloomfield told reporters at the news conference. New Zealand moved into new traffic light system form Friday that rates region as red, orange or green, depending on their level of exposure to COVID-19 and vaccination rates. Auckland, the epicenter to the country Delta outbreak, will start at red, make face masks mandatory and putting limits on the gathering at a public place. New Zealand has had about 11,000 cases so far and 43 related deaths. Part 3. Read this story. Long ago, the mice had a general council to consider what the measures they could take to outwit their common enemy, the cat. Some said this, and some said that, but at least a young mouse got up and said he had a proposal to make, which he thought would meet the case. You will all agree, said he, that our chief danger consists in the sly and treacherous manner in which the enemy approach us. Now if we could receive some signal of her approach, we could easily escape from her. I venture, therefore, to propose that a small bell be protruded and attached by ribbon around the neck of the cat. By this means, we should always know when she was about and could easily retire while she was in a neighborhood. This proposal met with the general applause until an old mouse got up and said, "That is all very well, but who is to bail the cat?" The mice looked at another. Nobody spoke. Then the old mouse said, "It is easily proposed, impossible remedy." That's all from me. If I'm wrong, I apologize, and if I'm wrong, please correct. And thank you. Good night. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.